There was once a big oak tree. It stood tall and proud on the edge of a rice field in the countryside of Japan. Its branches were strong and wide, like the arms of a mighty warrior. Beside the oak tree, there was also a small grove of bamboo. The bamboo plants grew thin and humble, bending gracefully with the slightest movement of the wind. They swayed and danced in the breeze, while the oak stood firm, believing itself to be stronger and more resilient. One summer, a terrible storm came from the sea. The oak tree watched as the clouds gathered and the wind began to howl. Ha ha ha, it boomed with laughter. So the first summer storm has come, but I am strong. I will never break. The oak stood tall and proud as the storm raged around it. Meanwhile, the bamboo grove bent low and swayed with the strong gusts of wind. The bamboo plants whispered to each other, "Oh my, this is a fierce storm indeed. We must bend low and survive." To the oak tree, it seemed that the bamboo plants were weak and could not withstand the storm. But the bamboo knew that their flexibility was their strength. Throughout the night, the storm continued to rage. The oak tree's branches began to crack and snap like bones breaking. With a loud roar, one of its mighty limbs crashed to the ground. The oak tree cried out in pain and fear. "Oh my God, I am scared, I am weak, I thought I was strong." The storm grew stronger and so did the oak's terror. As the first rays of sunlight peeked through the clouds, the storm finally began to calm down. The wind died down to a gentle breeze and the rain stopped. The oak tree, however, had suffered great damage. Its branches were broken and its massive trunk was split in two. It had been defeated by the storm. The bamboo plants, though wet and bent, were still standing. They had survived the storm by yielding to its force. When the oak tree saw the condition of the bamboo grove, it asked, "Why are you still standing? You should have broken and fallen like me. That was the right thing to do." The bamboo plants replied, "We are different from you, oh, great oak. We are meant to bend and sway. That is how we survive. If you had bent with the wind, you would not have been hurt so badly." The oak tree felt ashamed for being so prideful and boastful. It realized that its strength had been its downfall. A traveler who happened to pass by saw the fallen oak tree and the surviving bamboo grove. He sat under the bamboo, and thinking about the events of the night before, said to himself, "Strength isn't always about resisting. Sometimes it's about bending without breaking." Soon the children of the village came to play in the fields. They too saw the fallen oak and the standing bamboo, so they repeated what they had heard the traveler say, "Nana karobi yaoki," which means fall down 7 times and rise up 8. The oak tree had fallen once and could not rise again, while the bamboo had bent and lived to tell the tale. From then on, whenever the villagers saw an oak tree, they remembered the story of the great storm and the bamboo. They also learned to be like the bamboo, flexible and resilient in the face of adversity. So friends, when you face challenges in your life, remember the tale of the oak and the bamboo. Sometimes it is better to bend than to break. Be flexible, be resilient, and keep going no matter how hard things get. Just like the bamboo.